You guys are not going to believe what Terra Luna is getting ready to implement very, very soon. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And of course, join our free Discord with the second link down in the description below. But other than that, let's get right into this video. Alrighty, everybody. So we have two different articles that I'm going to be talking about today with some very interesting information about them. One is a little bit more negative than the other, and one is a little bit more positive. Just to do a quick glance over the negative one, and this is more just about Do Kwon himself. Terraform co-founder Do Kwon says he lost nearly all of his wealth in the Terra Luna crash. So he said, "This doesn't bother me," he said in an interview with Journal published Thursday. "I live a fairly frugal life," Kwon told the newspaper. He was probably a billionaire when the Luna token Terraform Labs backed was trading at, of course, about $100. The coin is now, of course, trading close to zero. And then, of course, he's also actively being investigated, as we all know, by the South Korean authorities and a host of other, obviously regulatory agencies. And we also know that over $40 billion worth of his net worth was literally just wiped off the face of the earth, pretty much, with that subsequent crash. And I know I've seen a lot of you guys in the comments recently talk about how you guys are not obviously big fans of Do Kwon. Some of you are, some of you aren't. It kind of goes back and forth. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are a fan of Do Kwon or if you don't like him. I always love to know your overall thoughts and opinions about these types of things, especially with, pretty crazy headlines like this where, Do Kwon is essentially broke, it seems like, and has lost a significant amount of money. Do you think he deserved it? Do you not think he deserved it? I would love to know your, of course, thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, remember, this is all speculatory and allegations. None of this is 100% confirmed true. But let's get into the more positive article. Terra Do Kwon hints at better days ahead. Is it time to invest in LUNC? This is an interesting article. We're going to kind of get into it and dive into more of the details. It's been more than a month since the Terra ecosystem crumbled, and on one hand, as Luna and UST investors were losing their capital, Do Kwon and co. were trying to revive the ecosystem. Several permutations and combinations were tried, but only created a parallel classic chain, and asking entities to migrate saved the Terra boat from sinking altogether. In a recent interview, the Wall Street Journal, the Terra exec expressed optimism and asserted that there would be a bounce back even stronger. "I have great confidence in our ability to build back even stronger and to where we once were. Many builders are in the process of relaunching their apps on the new chain." And of course, per the Wall Street Journal report, Kwon further championed the launch of new versions of Terra Classic, and the state of underlying tokens has, however, not been that impressive. From revolving around, of course, the 0.00012 level at the beginning of the month, lunc was now only valued at about 0.000573, which is obviously a pretty substantial loss in value there. But keeping that in mind, it seems that Terra Luna and the overall staff and, of course, the large majority of corporate executives are very confident in some kind of comeback, some kind of bounce back. But how that's going to look, it still remains to be unseen. We don't know. And that's one of the things that, most people are still very, very concerned about, is that, we keep hearing about all of this. Oh, this is going to bounce back. We're going to see an amazing, bounce back to these crazy highs and everything in between. But it's not clear about how that's going to be done, right? We haven't really gotten any kind of clear idea of how they're going to be doing that. I know there's a lot of talk about the fork, and there's talking about burn proposals and a host of other ideas, but one of the things you guys have to remember is relevancy. Relevancy with these types of cryptocurrencies is so important. I think one of the best examples of this is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, for instance, was a extremely relevant coin. Still, is for the most part. It's not like it's irrelevant, but it's lost a lot of its eyeballs. It's lost a lot of its attention, mostly due to the fact of just poor price performance. We haven't seen a major amount of upward moving price action that would cause really anybody to invest in Shiba Inu at the moment. Of course, some people might still be buying SHIB at this point, so please keep that in mind. But of course, relevancy is so important, and as Terra Classic continues to grind lower and lower, it's kind of just the perfect storm at this point, right? We are in awful conditions for the overall bear market that we are in right now for crypto and a host of other cryptocurrencies cryptocurrencies and of course the stock market as well. And just in general, it's not a good time to be investing in any asset class really, or not necessarily a good time to be investing, but it's just a very rocky, kind of rickety time, to be kind of in any of these markets in general. So again, it's all about patience at the end of the day, though, right? Of course, this will more than likely all come to pass, and we will likely see better days ahead, but it's gonna take time. And with these new developments that they're working on, again, they say, oh, I don't understand why anybody in their right mind would want to invest in Luna 2 after watching Luna 1 blow up so dramatically. Quant acknowledged that fact that investors were bearing an unnecessary burden and sympathized with them by stating, I have been devastated by recent events and hope that all families who have been impacted are taking care of themselves and those that they love. Not much solace for people who have potentially lost their entire life savings or second mortgages or whatever money they ended up losing on this. Again, guys, this is why I just think that the corporate executives, I don't think, are doing a very good job as far as damage control goes. I think that they need to rework the entire system and figure out a way to get the money back into the hands of the holders. Let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with me. Either way, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.